What is going on, brothers and sisters? Eric Rosen here, your internal strength coach, here to show you how to overcome your greatest challenges so you can shine your brightest light. Wanted to talk today about where should you be focusing your energy. Okay, so a lot of times I like to preface on how this came to me. So I had a personal training client that was coming straight from work to the gym today. He got off work late, so he didn't have time to run home. And, I just basically just gave him some general recommendations on making sure he was ready for the workout, even though that he couldn't stop home. And it kind of got me thinking about how when I was religiously training 4 or 5 days a week, how working out my lifting schedule actually was taking up so much time and energy of my day. I was always trying to basically be controlling and be perfect about the preparation, in terms of how I hydrated, in terms of, what I ate, the time of the day, just like trying to nail everything. And, a lot of times we think of workouts, only being, like an hour long, but really it's part of a lifestyle. It's like there's a lot of things that surround it whenever you're trying to create the most optimal workout for yourself. And so because I was spending so much time, energy, effort on focusing around these workouts, a lot of times I really just didn't get any like critical things done other than going to a job on the and even the days that I was off too, other than those workouts. And they were great workouts, but you know um, the thing was that I was doing great physically in the gym, but there was a lot of other things going on in my life that I should have that needed attention, that I needed to focus on. And that's something that comes up. I think I've mentioned that before, where there's people in the fitness industry that they're in just like immaculate, incredible shape, but like they're like so just struggling like in other areas of life, relationships, money, just their manifesting abilities. They might even have some the deepest, self-worth and adequacy issues of them all, which is why they spend so much time religiously working on their body to try to make them feel good enough in this world. So things really took off for me once I was able to move away from not only treating the workouts so religiously, but then even where I'm currently at, where I was able to move away from even going to the gym, several days a week, just because there's other things that are in my life right now that are more important to me, that are more important for my growth, things that are going to propel me forward and things that are going to fulfill me more. Okay. I could not have accomplished these things had I continued to direct so much of my time and energy towards these workouts. Um, you only have so many resources. Like we cannot be Superman, and that's kind of the interesting mind fuck, I guess I would say, where there's an aspect in life of surrendering to your limitations, to surrendering to what is, to surrendering to what the things that happen to you, and the circumstances that you can't control, but then also realizing like you do create your own reality. You do have the power. You do have a lot of limits that you haven't tapped into. But the thing is that my belief is that everybody has a purpose. Everybody is here for a reason, and there's forces outside of yourself, whether you want to call it God, your angels, your guides, the universe, whatever, that are trying to guide you in a certain direction for your own good. And you can fight it kicking and screaming, or you can go with it. The thing is if you go with this flow, then that's when you can really be at your full strength. You can tap into this unlimited potential. So the surrender is actually surrendering to where the universe is trying to guide you to. Okay, and a lot of times people's egos get in the way because they're like, no, I don't want this, I don't want this, I want that. that's your ego. That's like the lowest form of yourself, but the highest form of yourself knows what's really best for you. And that's the person that's the aspect of yourself that you should be following. So, you know, just like in workouts, people in the fitness industry know this. A lot of times, it's not a good idea to train for more than an hour at a time. It's not a good idea to train for more than 4 or 5 days a week. And that, people have schedules and that you just can't spend as much time as you want hitting every single body part the exact way that you want it to. And sometimes you have to back off of certain body parts, even let them quote unquote suffer a little bit, because you only have so much time and you need to direct your energy towards the actual physical weaknesses in your body. Maybe maybe you do a few less, leg exercises or something to develop your calves more. I'm one of those guys, unfortunately, that genetically has really skinny calves. So it does not look good neglecting the calves. When you have a larger upper body, you have large legs, but then you have like these chicken legs, these calves that really need to be hit. So, where should you be focusing your energy? If you're strong in one area, maybe it's time to dedicate your energy elsewhere. What's another example? Here's a common one. If you are someone who has seen every single popular series on Netflix, and you're going around posting on Facebook, I need a new show. I can't find a new show. Maybe you've already become an expert Netflix and chill binge watcher, maybe pick up a book, maybe do something creative, maybe listen to a podcast. I don't know. But the thing is that this is the proverbial metaphor of too much of anything is not a good thing. Too much of anything is not a good thing. You have to be able to realize that there's just other things going on in your life that need tending, and you cannot just put everything into one area. I mean, money, people making money. There's so many people out there that are making a fuck ton of money, but their health is shit. They're literally trading their well-being for the manifestation of money. They're trading their relationships, their family life. And in a way, it's like it's insanity, but you kind of get stuck on this track where you believe that you're going to show up in the world less if you back off. Like, no, I can't make less money. Oh no, I can't go to the gym less. What will happen? I used to tell myself that, and guess what? I feel fucking better than I ever have, because I'm not going out of fear. Going to the gym for a while for me was basically that I had to keep going, I had to keep up a certain routine. And there's so many guys out there like that. And if you know of them, I would love to connect with them and help them along and help them through that process, because there are a lot of guys out there that I think are looking for someone to help kind of lead them, guide them on how do you transition out of too much thick male energy, too much masculine energy of like, no, I have to keep hitting it, even though it's like you take a look around, it's wrecking your life, like it's insanity. But you don't need permission to make changes. You don't need permission to back off of things that you've basically maxed out in your life, and go to weaknesses, and not just weaknesses, because everybody has weaknesses, but focusing on weaknesses that are impediments to where you really want to go in life, to where, and especially where you're being guided towards. Those are the weaknesses to focus on. It's the things that are standing in your way from getting to the summit, to getting to where you want to go. So that's what I got for you guys today. Sorry doing it from the office today. Actually just sold the El Camino, sold it. Crazy. Can reflect on that tonight, but yeah, so, again, things get tied up, whatever. I do everything I can to get out by the lake, but sound like I'm beating a dead horse saying that, but I'll probably just stop apologizing and saying, you get what you get. No, but seriously though, thank you guys for showing up. Appreciate you guys watching, and Personal training is available and the coaching services are available. Um, I'm going to make some announcements on what I'm going to be doing with the coaching in terms of offering some free coaching, not just a free consultation to see if coaching is right for you, but actually offering some free coaching. So tons of value there. So once I have that hashed out, I'll make that announcement. So a little bit of a cliffhanger there, but you guys have an awesome evening and I will see you tomorrow.